That's the subdivision future where the sinkhole formed. Good morning, guys. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. Hopefully you guys can get out there and do some things. And if you can't, guys, that's fine. Come and join me as I drive around Kathleen. Got to do some errands today, but really this one main video is because there's a lot of future subdivisions, 4 that I know of. 3 look okay, except for one had a washed out road area in front outside the subdivision. And another one that I found that there is a sinkhole in this subdivision. And if someone would have lived there, I would say about possibly 4 to 5 houses across from the sinkhole would have had foundation devastation and possibly catastrophe to their brand new home. If those, and I'm thinking these are going to be like tiny home trailers or them small manufactured trailers where you just maybe have 1 room or 2 rooms. But the point is that if people would have lived there, they would have had devastation or catastrophe. Luckily, where the sinkhole was, there was no houses, but still, you look at this street here, if you go from this sidewalk to this sidewalk, you're here, and your sinkhole is here and came out to here. That's pretty close to me. And this road here was a subdivision, brand new, maybe a couple of years old, that was underwater. And what people, and you see the water is still there. That's just the outside. That shouldn't even be like that. But what I've noticed on this subdivision is that it goes down. It goes downward. The road goes downward a little bit. And mind you, all that water from both sides was coming here. And then it bottoms out here. So cars would have been on, it made it near enough close to the houses. And then it looks like it comes up again. One thing I've never thought about subdivision was the road level, believe it or not. So now this does have me concerned. You see that was higher. Remember, see where the ridge line is? You can see the ridge line. That's pretty high for a subdivision. I know a lot of this area here where their thing, the ridge line came in towards their back, but I'm feeling like I'm going up a slope here. So, and you can see how that got high into some people. That was really high into some people's backyards. So, definitely something I never thought of is make sure your subdivision road is all level and high. Make sure there's no slopes in your road. Just make sure your road is, from the time you come into the subdivision to the time you leave the subdivision, the road should be straight level and your houses should be higher than the road. And the crazy thing is that water, went into another subdivision. I'd be pissed. I'm spending $300. I don't even care if it's $100,000. But I'd be pissed if I'm spending $300,000 to $500,000 on a house that something like that can ruin your day. And you see that blue line? That's that hose. That's all coming from the subdivision that they're trying to pump out water into this area here. To get the water out of that subdivision, you could see how long that line is running down this road just to try to pump it out. All right, let's see what we got in the mail today. People have been sending us stuff. This is junk. And this is from somebody. All right, we'll check it out. And I figure I'll read this here real quick. Hello, BB Cameraman. My family and I love your channel. We love you guys. Thank you so very much for all you do. We watch every day. You both are a lot of fun. And you go to interesting places. You both are the best thing on YouTube. So grateful. Thankful. Wishing you all the best, Susan. Thank you, Susan. And thank you and your family. And we do have a return address on this, so you will be getting a Christmas card. Now you can see all that. I mean, this is going to be here for a while. And I will be honest with you. This is the best time to shop for housing. I want to stop by this other subdivision I did a video on, that the houses were pretty close by the train track. There's 2 of them, but if you're looking to buy housing in Florida, this is the best time. Now, this was one subdivision we did a video where this used to be a junkyard. And I'm sure these people do not know that they live, I mean, here's a railroad track, and this property used to be contaminated because it was a junkyard. Let's see how they fared. And the reason, you know, you're probably saying, well, why would we want to go check out houses after a storm? Because this would tell you a lot of things about your area. I never thought this side of Lakeland would flood. Guess what? They're telling you 18 inches or more or rain is coming, you will flood. What I like about this subdivision here is they took away all the trees. So other than these people growing their own trees, this subdivision fared good. The road is level. But let's see. I know in the front was some of their pond area. Let's see what's back here. All right, one tree fell down, but that's away. And here's one of their retention ponds. Doesn't look bad. But that's why I tell you, never build by retention pond. They're pretty high, but I would never take a chance because, first of all, retention ponds bring, and he's near the woods, so that's a house I wouldn't, you know, purchase there. But you gotta remember, retention ponds bring mosquitoes, snakes, and gators. And I don't care, this is Florida. May not be a gator today, this year, but eventually, in the dry season, the gator will look for water. This used to be a wooded area. You know, it may not be a wooded area no more, but there are sewers, tunnels. Gators will walk. Remember, they know nature. They know about where water thing is. So, but this one fared pretty good. But again, this was built on a junkyard. So, now this one looks like it's going to be a little tucked in mini small subdivision. They're building up the land. I don't know. And this just shows you another sinkhole right there. A lot of sinkhole exposures. All right, you remember that Ross Creek one across from the junkyard? Their road is closed. They had manhole covers popped up. They probably have a sinkhole. They're trying to get closings. You can't get in there. And that's the Ross Creek one. Right as you get in to where, I didn't want to pull this out the camera, but right as you get in, as soon as you turn in, they're stopping you. You can't go past that. So that is not, you know, those are houses are building now, this year. Your house ain't even a year, 6 months old. And, you know, everyone could say, well, yeah, of course it's going to be like that. We had a devastating, but when you shop for a home, that's the problem. People buy on impulse. Instead of going into the fight or flight mode, they're so scared to go into the fight or flight mode because, you know, you're being told house is shortage. Let me tell you, son, there's 5 subdivisions here, especially that one with the sinkhole, that's been there for a year. These people are waiting for the market. They don't want that market to drop, because if that market drops, they just leave that property as it is, just prepared for housing. So when the market rises again, they don't want to build in a market that it could possibly drop. It's all about profit. You know, when the materials are high, it comes to you, but they want the materials low so they can still charge you that high price. So trust me, there is no housing shortage. But if you're put in a situation where, wow, I got to move to Florida because of work, because of something, family, because of, you know, you're put in a situation that you're not thinking clearly. You start thinking because of impulse. You start thinking because this guy's telling you, like, hey, you know, it's going to go. It's going to go. You know, everyone's buying up land. Everyone's, let me tell you something. There's so much land in Florida. It's not even funny. Then when you got these big companies like Amazon buying all these properties throughout the United States so they can put a hold on the market, where I hear they're buying subdivisions with abandoned houses on there. I mean, it's a game. All it is a game. Do your research. That's why we do a lot of subdivision videos, to keep you guys informed. If you know someone that lives there, I'm telling you, sinkholes, hurricanes, floods, got to think about all those things. This is another subdivision we did. Just wanted to see how it fared out with flooding. Before the hurricane, I would say, yeah, that's good property, but along there. But those trees are way too close for company. A lot of dirt on the road. Okay, let me get out of here. They're busy working. I mean, this one looks like it fared pretty good, except for some trees back there. And I think this was where the reservoir was, but there's so much construction going on in there. I don't want nails and stuff on my tires. And again, if you see something that says low income, I mean, they don't use that word no more. It's more now affordable housing. Trust me, that property there is the cheapest property that they bought. Could have, you know, in Florida, sinkholes are not in your insurance. And if they are part of your insurance, you're going to be paying money. If you're not in a flood zone, that's not in your insurance. Unless you're in a flood zone, they will not even offer you flood. And again, they will always try to go for the flood and the sinkhole before they would try to pay you out for a hurricane. 2 more future subdivisions. Let's check those out real quick. See how they fared as far as sinkhole and water levels. This is another subdivision here, which looks like before the hurricane they were going to break ground. Again, a lot would be, you know, just be careful around those. And you see a lot of sand around the fence line and that reservoir. It looked like it got high, but nothing came over. Those sewer things go into those reservoirs. So it's another, looks not bad. No washouts. The ground is level. Road is all leveled. No sinkholes. But a lot of reservoirs. A lot of those reservoir things. And this is another future mini subdivision. A lot of these subdivisions, again, were on farmland. These were swampy. Reason for sinkholes is because Florida is a lot of sugar sand. It was underwater, so underneath it you have the caves and people pumping out the wells. When we go through a dry season, that collapses. Eventually it works its way up to your thing. And see, that's natural swamp that would be here. So you know that's gonna fill up. But overall, this is pretty good. No sinkholes. Road is level. The ground is higher than the road. I mean, even where we live at, we were told that just recently that possibility there was a sinkhole in one of either my mother's property or my property. This was recorded after Hurricane Milton, and this is a subdivision that they're supposed to put trailers here. So when I do this video, this is what you will be moving into. Right there. A sinkhole. And look at that. Son of a gun. Yep, it's right here in Kathleen. Looks like they're going to be putting trailers here. I don't know what the name of it is, but when it does come to thing, I will be letting you guys know what they're building here. And you can even see there all the water runoff that came from that wall. Oh my, there's another sinkhole right there. Didn't even see this one. That's why we do these videos, guys. To let you know what you're buying into. This is one on Kathleen Road. And again, it looks like they're gonna put trailers here, the mobile homes. Yeah, that's what it looks like it's gonna be. Those trailers, not mobile homes, but those
tiny homes.
Yeah. Just don't run over the wood. Be on the lookout for this video. Be a while before they start selling there. People will forget.